What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am back again with another video, and as y'all can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be explaining another location, and for this video it's going to be the lab. The lab is a very end-game location, so odds are if you're watching this, you've probably progressed at least a little bit into the game, or if you just want to see what the lab's all about, then this video is for you. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing a face reveal video at 1,000 subscribers, so if that's something you want to see, make sure to subscribe. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Anyway, with all of that said, let's get right into the video. You may notice this video is a little bit longer, but that's because there is a lot of stuff to unpack. So if you don't know already, the lab is in the port laboratory location. Off to the right side of your screen, there's going to be an entrance. And when you first go in, you're going to notice that when you first get to the elevator, you're going to notice that there's 3 different floors: the lobby, the actual laboratory floor, and then the 3rd floor. The lobby contains a weapon bench, a card system, very similar to Bunker Alpha, a shower, a janitor, a generator, and a perk selector. So basically, the weapon mod benches, it's the same thing you have at your base. The card system, as you go on throughout the floors, you will get cards by killing zombies that you can use to open these boxes that'll have some pretty cool rewards. They can have mostly armor-piercing weapons, but they'll also have like armor, regular weapons, heals, pretty rare resources, and stuff like that. They are typically very, very good boxes. You will also have the shower, and it's the same thing. You're stinky, you go in there, you shower. The janitor is going to have a trade where you give them 3 items that aren't necessarily the most common, but they'll still be kinda useful, but not the most rare stuff at the same time. And you can choose 3 things that you want. They'll sometimes be weapons, they'll sometimes be maps to give you XP, they'll sometimes be stuff you can trade in, they'll sometimes be hard mode items you can trade in, and I'll get to that in a second. And when I say hard mode items, I mean you can go to this lady and the trader, who is a trader, and you will trade in these 3 hard mode items to get basically cool rewards as well as perks. As you advance and level up it with your hard mode reputation, you will get different perks and debuffs that you can get rid of. So this is a really cool system. You can only select like however many you have options unlocked in your generator, but once you select a perk, then you will be able to get a chance to get it when you go on the floor, which I'll get to in a second. And then right next to it is the generator. You can upgrade it, you'll put in some resources and you'll upgrade it. Put in resources like seaweed or corn and stuff like that to be able to add more energy into the generator, which is needed to access some of the sectors. Now on to floor number 2, you're going to notice that the floor is divided into 4 different sections: A1, A2, B1, and B2. Both sections A2 and B2 have bosses at the end of the section, as well as A1 and B1 having mini bosses that are optional but still drop some pretty cool rewards. So as you go throughout section A1 and A2, you will get green cards, and as you go throughout section B1 and B2, you will get blue cards. And then the bosses at the end of the levels will also drop a flight controller, which is essential for the drones. So at the start of each 4 sections, you will get 3 perks. If you don't like the perks, then you can use 5 coins to refresh and get 3 different perks. And this is honestly if you have coins, this is what I recommend using them on. But also at the start of every floor, you will have a debuff. If you hit the question mark on the top of the screen, it will tell you what it is. So maybe sometimes the zombies will have 15 additional health, or when they get below a certain amount, they will do this much more damage. This is also where you have a chance of getting the perks that you get from the hard mode trader up on the 1st floor. So after you complete all 4 sections of easy mode for the very first time, you will be able to unlock hard mode. Hard mode is similar but also different than hard mode in Bunker Alpha. Basically the way this works is you cannot go through with regular weapons. You have to have Genesis armor piercing weapons. That's the equalizer, the sniper looking weapon. Basically, it'll have this symbol by the weapon if it is an armor-piercing weapon. But all of the zombies on this floor will have to be killed with armor-piercing weapons, so don't even bother bringing regular weapons in. And I wouldn't even bother doing this until you have a good stockpile of armor-piercing weapons. But apart from that, the bosses are definitely buffed. For example, the A2 boss has a special attack that instead of doing a certain amount of damage the first time, will insta-kill you on hard mode, and then whereas the B2 boss will only shoot 1 laser. Out of the 3, it'll shoot 2 out of the 3, so that makes it quite a bit harder too. But other than that, it's the same perk system. You can select 3 perks. If you don't like it, you can refresh, and you'll have different debuffs. And then the floor layout is the same. Anyway, apart from dropping the hard mode cards, which are green hard mode and blue hard mode card, you'll know it's a hard mode if it has like a red overlay on it. You can use those to unlock different hard mode boxes that'll have some other really cool loot, like a lot more armor-piercing weapons, fully modded regular weapons, Kevlar armor, steel. It's got some really cool rewards. But apart from dropping that, they will also drop the hard mode items. If you go through the entire floor, you will get a very good amount of hard mode items that you will exchange to get more perks and get more cool rewards. I will say personally that unless you're going for flight controllers, it is not worth killing the B2 hard mode boss. They'll only drop 5 to 6 hard mode cards, and they are not worth using your weapons on them. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, each floor will take a level of the generator. As for me, since I've leveled it up to level 3, there are 3 sections, and you put in seaweed and the other natural resources, and it will fill up the generator, and each little column is a zone. So when you go to one of the 4 zones, being like A1 or A2 or B1 or B2, it will take some energy out of the generator. So make sure that you have stuff there to be able to fill up the generator so you can do the floor more smoothly. It's also worth it to mention that up on the lobby level, there is a seaweed generator to where you can put in 2 different items that you'll get throughout the floor to grow seaweed. Also, something I forgot to mention is each of the 4 sections will have 3 chests. 2 of them you can get, but one of them you'll have to have the perk pass to get them, and the first of the 3 chests is guaranteed to have 3 of the rubber hoses in there. So if you're doing the settlements, this is a very good place to get rubber hoses. But these chests will have some really cool stuff, like they'll have a couple of cards. If you're on hard mode, they can have hard mode items, and they'll also have stuff like healing items and stuff that you can use to plug into the seaweed generator to make seaweed. And then I'm going to touch base real quick on floor 3. Floor 3 is after floor 2, and as of the time I'm recording this video, it's useless. There's a trolley in there, and you can put stuff in there, but there's a item in there that is not yet in the game, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. But as now, floor 3 is just there for looks, to be something TBA added in the future. And that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like the video. If you have any comments or you think I missed something about the laboratory, be sure to leave them in the comments. If you have any questions, you can also ask them, and I will try my best to answer them. But with that said, I'm going to let you get on with your day. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of y'all's day. I'm out. Peace.